or follow me. It doesn't matter. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so we're doing office automation. I have a quick fact before we start anything. In the early 19th century, the mic screwed up. In the early 19th century, English labor group called the Luddites smashed new textile machinery, and they feared that the machines would take over jobs of skilled craftsmen. So what office automation is pretty much taking all of the paper, all of the physical things in an office and replacing them with electronics. So in the 19th century, this is what they feared, and it's actually coming around now, and it's actually could be very useful for an office. So as factory jobs decline, a lot of office work plays more important role in our economy. Modern offices have been more digital in the recent years than they have ever have been before. And managers have recognized the power of PCs and that they can actually help workers work a lot faster and get things done a lot more quickly. So next we move on to benefits of office automation. So one of the biggest benefits that it has is it saves human labor. So like I said before, a lot of work gets put onto a computer instead of a person, which can help the workers. It generates new jobs as well as so it generates new jobs by people have to design the software and repair the hardware and sell and do all these things with the new software and hardware. So there's less storage required, a lot less physical space, allowing more companies to branch out in like the physical aspects of things. So that helps companies grow a lot quicker. Security as well. It doesn't seem like it, but it's actually a lot harder for somebody to get a something that would be online or on a computer. It's a lot harder to hack than to actually get like a physical paper document. And it's a lot of time saving. So making your offices automated can save a lot of time for workers, and it can make things happen a lot quicker in offices. It also saves a lot of paper because less things are being printed and shown, so it just makes things a lot. Yeah. So then we move on to strand one. So we have social and ethical. Strand one is social and ethical. We have reliability and integrity. So the machines and workers would both be reliable and unreliable. For example, the machine could break and it cannot be fixed for a few days, or the worker could be sick and not show up. However, the machines could make sure it's done faster, but the workers would most likely produce better quality. And then we have, that's okay, so we're still in strand one, but we have globalization and cultural diversity. So globalization affects automation because there are some countries, like third world countries, that aren't up to date with technology as we are, so it limits them. So therefore changing their offices to paperless offices or automated offices could be a slower process for them. And cultural diversity is affected because some cultures don't believe in the use of technology. They prefer to stick with older methods, like, for example, the Luddites, which I said earlier, from the earlier 19th century.
Okay, so I'm going to be talking about strand 2. So strand 2 is application to specific scenarios. So with office automation, it's pretty obvious, but business and employment is affected. So automation has been threatening workers since the earliest days of Industrial Revolution. Machines have started to take over people's jobs every year because every year brings new technology breakthroughs. So this allows robots, computers, and software to do jobs that were previously done by humans. With these new breakthroughs, people are losing their jobs as there is less demand for workers. Although at the same time, people are, like Connor mentioned, people are still needed to fix and work these new technologies. Also, education and training is also affected because different training would be required. So some examples of office automation are in the earlier years, an office personnel used to have to write down phone messages for people that were out, but nowadays we have voicemail and emails, and that's how most messages these days are communicated if someone is not in. Another example is you used to always have to go to a teller if you wanted to do your banking, but now we have, yeah, you can go next slide actually, sorry. Whoops, yeah, next slide. Yeah, but now we have ATM machines that can do it for us. And another example is in offices, there used to always have to be a team of payroll people calculating employees' wages and taxes, but these days there are many payroll softwares that are able to calculate this much more efficiently. So these are just a few examples, but there are many, many more. And so, you can go next slide. And so I'm going to go back to the Luddites that Connor was mentioned previously. So these are a group of people who are strongly against automation, like Connor mentioned. These people are people who resist technological change. The Luddites were a 19th century English textile workers who protested newly developed labor economizing technologies from 1811 to 1816. They would smash knitting machines, then embody new labor-saving technology as a protest against unemployment. They also protested and destroyed a number of automated weaving looms, which they felt threatened their jobs. And so Connor will be talking about Strand 3 now.
Okay, so Strand 3 and office automation or paperless offices. So how does Strand 3 affect this? Well, I think that everything in Strand 3 affects paperless offices because you pretty much need everything in Strand 3 in order to have a paperless office. Whether it be hardware or software, as well as using the internet a lot more. And so yeah, whether it be like databases, spreadsheets, modeling, and simulations, having better hardware and software would help some projects move a lot faster and a lot quicker. Faster and quicker, the same thing, a lot faster and a lot easier than they normally would be. So overall and office relating more to Strand 3 would make it a lot more automated and make it a paperless office, pretty much. So, yeah.